Hello, everybody. Welcome to another review from Is This a Megascape on YouTube. It is 8:23 p.m. I just finished watching The Beast, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the details of this review. And as usual, it'll be spoiler free. Let me ask each and every one of you a question who is watching this review. Have any of you ever sat back and watched a film or a show or played a video game where ultimately it requires the viewer, the player, or the reader for that matter to sit back and suspend their disbelief in such a fashion to where you know the qualities of whatever is being conveyed on the screen or the book or what have you, you know it's not physically possible. I mean, you know it's not physically possible with a lot of action films, but you know what you're about to watch is definitely not humanly possible in any sentiments when you think about it. And that's what The Beast is. The Beast is a very simple formulaic film where you have to go in there and say, you know what, this film is 90 minutes. I am not expecting anything deep and philosophical in it. I just know that whatever is going to happen is it involves a lot of chaos, blood, and just straight straight to the point of the story. That's basically what it is. And I can literally imagine the writers or the producers sitting in the studio meeting saying, as they were pitching this film, Idris Elba fighting a lion. Similar to how most likely it was Liam Neeson fighting wolves in 2011's The Gray. And they most likely sat there thinking about it for a few seconds and say, you know what, I'm sold. That's what The Beast is. The Beast is Idris Elba, who I adore as an actor, fighting a lion. When I first saw the trailer, I immediately thought, given the initial dialogue that you hear in the film, no, they were saying no known animal is doing this. I've never seen anything like this before. No known animal is going to eviscerate people like this. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this is most likely going to be some sort of Wendigo creature in the African desert, or maybe some other unknown creature that, or even the chupacabra, for example, that is wreaking havoc on animals and human civilization. And I believe that perhaps the lion is one of the things he fights. But does it turn out to be the case? And I don't mean this in a negative way. A lot of reviews that I have read and listened to when it pertains to this film, I do believe has been intentionally misunderstood because they go in expecting something completely different than what they were initially anticipating. And as much as I love Idris Elba, I do love a simple film, for example. I love being able to sit back and know that I could turn my brain off for 1 hour and 30 minutes and completely be immersed within the chaos that's unfolding in the story. And that's exactly what this is. And it reminds me more or less of a true throwback to a lot of your cheesy, ridiculous 70s, 80s survival type films that involves the main protagonist attempting to survive in the wilderness and hoping that he'll be able to get back with his family or survive in such a manner to where you know that you're essentially rooting for him. And since Idris Elba is such a likable actor in general, you're always rooting for him. You take The Ghost in the Darkness, which stars Val Kilmer and Michael Douglas, which is a phenomenal film, by the way, if you haven't watched it, or you take The Gray with Liam Neeson. You combine those two films with the similar themes, and you add Idris Elba to the mix, and that's exactly what The Beast is. I actually found myself enjoying The Beast the more I watched it. And the reason why is because I do believe that there was a true initial purpose throughout the creation of this process. There have been some complaints about of people who said, okay, I didn't particularly care for the teenage daughter in the film. She was annoying. I didn't care for the youngest daughter because she was annoying too. I believe that this film specifically was intricately designed to have a full audience in order to fully appreciate it. It involves audience participation, and one of the greatest things in the world for me personally, especially when you're watching a specific film, whether it be a horror, a Marvel, or a DC film, you want to be able to gauge the audience's reaction. And when you have an audience reacting to the appropriate scenes, and maybe there's a gasp, or there's a scream, or there's cheers, or there's cries, it allows you to feel that energy. And you can't, from my perspective, you simply cannot appreciate the Beast unless you have a full audience in the auditorium. And that to me is what makes it special. You look at the daughter, and it requires you to really, more or less, talk at the screen or react in a manner to where it's completely appropriate for you. And I enjoyed that. I thought that was really good. And she wasn't as annoying as many people were saying. If anything, did she really a lot of the complaints of regarding her performance in general was completely exaggerated from my eyes. Uh, I actually found this film to be very enjoyable, exciting. Uh, it is very unrealistic. The one of the major plot holes is that Idris Elba's character has a massive amount of plot armor. And once again, I'm not trying to say that it's a bad thing for this film, but when you watch it and you see exactly what I'm talking about, you'll know what I mean. And but again, it's not necessarily detracted from the quality of the film itself. It's fairly enjoyable. You just when you sit back and you watch, especially when you get to the end, you're thinking to yourself, in your mind, really? Are we is this really happening right now? But it's not in a way where you feel like it's ruined for you, that the experience is so monumentally ridiculous that you're eventually going to walk out. It's nothing like that. It's a very short film, very fast paced and straight to the point, very intense, brutal, bloody, full of carnage. And I actually enjoyed it. I thought Idris Elba always gives his all with a performance. So I knew right then and there that this was not going to be one of those stupid type films where you just completely feel like you wasted your time. I didn't believe I wasted 1 hour and 30 minutes. I actually enjoyed it, and I do recommend it. And that is my review of The Beast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about it. Provide a comment and provide a like if you want to, and be sure to subscribe to the Sumter Item newspaper, where I provide reviews as a freelance writer. And be sure to click on the Discord link if you're interested in joining my server. That is my review. I am not sure what is coming out next week, but once I find out, be on the lookout for the next review. Other than that, I hope you guys continue to remain well and staying safe, and hope you guys will be hearing from me again. Take care and peace out.